Hey guys, Seton HVAC here. So I have a very interesting video for you today. It's one that I've seen many times, and I think if you're in the HVAC trades, you should see it. And I think if you have an HVAC system in your home, you definitely should see this video. I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to give you some good tips on what to do if you have a technician out at your home. To look at your air conditioner, heat pump, gas furnace, anything that involves heating and cooling, because there are a lot of shady contractors out there. And you know, if you do your due diligence, do your homework first, like watching videos like this, you're going to be more educated on what's going on, and you won't get taken advantage of. So without further ado, here we go.
As the warm months approach, it's time to make sure the central air conditioning is ready to go. That's no truer than in Scottsdale, Arizona, where summer temperatures can reach more than 100 degrees. And where the competition among air conditioning repair companies is fierce. Offers like this, a full inspection for a modest $39.99, are common. But consumer advocates say, watch out.
They're advertising that they'll come out and tune up your air conditioner for, say, $30, $25, $40.
Matt Failing is with the Better Business Bureau in Phoenix, Arizona.
So right off the bat, if the price is too good to be true for somebody to come out to your house to supposedly service your HVAC equipment, you probably should move on to somebody that's going to charge you more of a realistic rate. Anything under $100 is going to be a scam, or they're going to try to sell you something that you don't need. So,
Arizona.
If this is a company that doesn't have a good reputation, you're going to be stuck with them.
Jenny and her boyfriend Eric let us borrow their house and equip it with hidden cameras. All in order to see how well repair companies know their stuff when called for routine service. But first, we asked not one, but a group of experts to take a look at Jenny's house and air conditioning.
Hey, they should call up Ted Cook to come out and check this thing over, make sure the drain line's clear and that the capacitor's good, and he'll have it all checked out for you.
System to make sure it was in working order. The house has 2 air conditioning units. This one is just a few years old. The other is more than 20 years old, but still works fine. Our experts cleaned and tuned up both units, topped them off with coolant, and after replacing a part in the older unit, a minor repair, Jenny's AC system got a clean bill of health.
It's good operating condition right now.
And while the older unit may be less energy efficient than the newer one, nothing is broken, and it works fine. Jenny shouldn't have to spend a dime for any repairs.
Hey there, I'm looking to schedule a tune-up with you guys for this Thursday.
She began by answering this ad from a company called Ace Air. On the phone, Jenny said she thought nothing was wrong with her AC units and just wanted the advertised inspection.
You both for $54.90.
She was told
$54.99 or $54.98, whatever she said. She's basically getting what she deserves, really, for being cheap and thinking that somebody can come do a proper service for that price.
servicing both air conditioning units would cost $54.90 and not a dime more. Here comes Tim, the technician from Ace Air.
Hi there. How are you?
Good.
As Tim goes to work,
The compressor isn't too high.
Yeah.
we're watching it all from the control room upstairs.
Your freon charge is perfect. This is where your high pressure in the unit is.
Okay.
So what is he actually doing now?
He was checking the ratings of the capacitors.
What does the capacitor do?
Regulates power to its motors.
But despite what our expert said, he has bad news for Jenny.
It's a capacitor. It's testing bad.
Tim says Jenny should replace a part called a capacitor, something that helps the motor run.
So what I do right there, if I tell somebody that a part's bad, especially the capacitor, is I will actually take my meter, I will show them, I will give them a quick little tutorial on how you measure the capacitance, and I'll show her on my meter that it's incorrect. I won't just say, hey, it's bad, and throw it in the garbage heap. You need to show your customer that you actually tested the part and show them why it's bad, okay?
What I recommend, change this capacitor, do a coil clean,
He also suggests she have the coils cleaned. Coils carry the coolant.
And the coil clean is what?
About 90.
Now, if those professionals that checked out the system didn't clean the coils when they were looking at everything on a system that old, he's probably correct in that part of his diagnosis. I would definitely recommend cleaning those coils. So he didn't do anything bad there.
But we actually had the capacitors and coils checked the day before, and they were just fine.
$54.90.
Jenny gives Tim the go-ahead to do the work.
So your total right there.
$370.
So like I said, a visual inspection of a coil is okay, but sometimes they look clean, and if they haven't been cleaned in a while, it's a good idea to go ahead and at least hit them with the garden hose and clean them off. So I'm going to back this guy up on that, but his capacitor thing, I told you what he did wrong there.
05. Okay.
It's just
That's when I come downstairs.
Got your check here. 37205. How you doing?
hey, how are you?
Good.
Tim quickly realizes who I am.
Hey, at least he's not meeting some underage kid, huh? This ain't as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're freaking me out.
Okay, relax. You gave this young woman a lot of good, honest information today. Okay.
Yeah, Chris Hansen.
I am Chris Hansen. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Good. So let me
watch
just.
your show.
Thank you very much. We're doing a story on the quality of work people get when they call service people to their homes. You know, we have cameras around.
Sure.
You know.
I know how it works.
Okay.
Tim explains that because Jenny's unit is old, he just wanted to make sure it lasted through the summer.
Capacitors are #1 reason for breakdown in
Sure.
Arizona.
And because the capacitors looked old, he says his suggestion to replace them was simply a preventative measure.
What I recommend is change this capacitor.
Yeah, but the problem is he didn't tell her it just looked old. He said that it didn't test out properly. So again, that's why you want to test, verify, and show your customer that it actually is bad. If he felt like it needed to be replaced as a preventative thing, he should have said that to her.
And change the capacitor upstairs.
The impression that I got listening in was that the capacitors were bad and needed to be replaced. I mean, that's what I took out of it.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's not necessarily what I meant. I meant more that they're old, they're rusted, they should be replaced.
I just wanted to ask you about it.
That sounds like it would make sense to your average consumer. But our expert said rust on the capacitor doesn't mean anything is wrong.
Did we get our money's worth?
I don't think you did, mainly because the capacitors were operationally fine.
Remember, most homeowners don't.
So if you guys watch that video where I pulled out that 52-year-old heat pump system, the compressor capacitor, the hermetic, and the fan capacitor were both still good, and they were original to the system, 52 years old. But you know, they don't make them as good as they used to. And if I was to approach that system, I probably would have recommended it, but I would have made sure that she knew. All right, that's enough about the capacitors.
Have experts in the upstairs bedroom. Jenny could have been out almost $400. Next, we did something else. We wanted to know what would happen if we did something to the system that should be very easy to fix. Would a repairman be able to diagnose a simple problem? So the expert pulled out these fuses by just an inch, cutting all power to the system. He says any credible technician
Here comes the white uniforms. That's what you don't want to see.
should be able to find the problem and push the fuses back in. Will Raphael from George Brazil Air Conditioning figure it out? Bingo! He sees the problem and fixes it. On top of that, now that he knows it was just a loose fuse, he tells Jenny her system is fine, even the old unit. And listen to this.
Okay, so how much do I owe you? Oh, Raphael, that's not, I don't feel like that's right. Are you sure?
Yeah, we don't charge anything for checking it out.
Job well done by
See, and you know, a consumer will look at this and say, "Hey, it's a good that he didn't charge her," but you won't stay in business doing that. These people, obviously, if you look at the house, you look at her, they have the money to pay for it. You at least collect your trip charge. I don't care how simple the fix is, and then you know, offer while you're there to do other things for them. You know, check other components in the system to make it worthwhile for your trip charge, but don't ever walk away without any money. That's just ridiculous.
Job well done by Raphael. Coming up, will our other repairmen do as well?
What is this, man? You guys trying to test us here?
Actually, I am. See, here's something that you need to know. We had that system tested.
that the fuse.
And coming up front, the only thing wrong with Jenny's older air conditioning unit was these loose fuses. We know that because we deliberately pulled them out, cutting off power.
That'll shut down the compressor.
And what was your name? I'm sorry.
We're testing the expertise of home repairmen, and these techs who showed up did exactly the right thing. They pushed the fuses back in and told Jenny no other work was needed. Raphael wouldn't even accept payment.
And what they need to do is celebrate these guys more. You know, some of the guys, their company didn't even get mentioned. So if they did the right thing, make sure that you're putting their name out there.
How much do I owe you?
Will George from America's Comfort Heating and Cooling do the same? He quickly finds the loose fuses, pushes them back in, and does his inspection. But instead of telling Jenny the job's done, he has some bad news.
You have a leak somewhere.
Her system, he says, is leaking Freon, the coolant inside the air conditioner. But how would he know? Testing a leak is a long and complicated process, something that George didn't do.
So there's a leak.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's a leak.
George says dealing with a leak could get expensive, especially if it's in the long, snaking coil where the Freon circulates.
You're looking probably about $1,500 to replace the coil. Either we can look for the leak and fix the leak, and if
So I run across this all the time where they'll tell the customer they have a leak. Go show them. You're going to see oil somewhere, or show them on your gauges that the pressures are low. But what they're really trying to do here is they're trying to make the repair cost so high that they're going to splurge for a more profitable replacement job. And I have a feeling that's what this guy's going after.
fix the leak, and if it's in one of the coils, then it's not worth it. It's just worth getting rid of the whole thing.
Okay.
Then there's the cost of adding Freon.
We have to recharge the system, so you're looking at probably about $1,900.
$1,900. Okay.
And how would the cost of that repair compare to getting a brand new air conditioning unit?
It's $3,826.
$3,826.
That's $3,826.
Bottom line, what do we need to do?
That in today's prices, it'd probably be double that for the leak check and the fix, and double for the air conditioner. So you got to figure $3,800 and $7,600, not $1,900 and $3,800 today. So that puts that into perspective for you.
I would replace.
We just replace it. Okay. Crap. We're talking the whole thing. All right. Stay here and I'll be right back.
Okay.
It's time for me to have a chat with George.
George, Chris, what exactly is wrong with the air conditioning unit?
I think it's just a little bit low on Freon. I don't know how low it is.
But what you told Jenny is that it's about half empty of Freon.
Yeah, I think it's about half empty. But like I said again, I have to weigh it all in. That's why I can't give her a price on the Freon.
I understand that.
What is this, man? You guys trying to test us here?
Actually, I am.
Yeah?
See, here's something that you need to know, George. We had that system tested. The only issue with that system is that the fuse... George, come on, I want to talk to you.
George sees our cameras and quickly heads to the door.
George, I'm Chris Hansen with...
Hey, at least he's telling him the refrigerant's half empty, and he's not trying to go after somebody half his age, right?
Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on the quality of service.
I got a 20-year-old unit, man.
George is right. It is an old system. But the fact is, even though it isn't as energy efficient as the new one, it works just fine, according to our expert, Carl.
It is up in age, and, its efficiency is not what the newer one is, but operationally it's sound.
Had Jenny followed George's advice, she'd have been out thousands of dollars to replace an air conditioning unit that wasn't broken.
So the right thing to do there is to tell them, hey, your system's getting up there in age. To check it out today. Everything seems to be working okay, but you should be budgeting, or be prepared that you're going to be spending some coin here pretty soon because it's an older system. The ball is in their court then, and then they can make a decision, without having to make an impulse buy or anything.
Our next technician, Tony, from Abode Air.
All of a sudden, I can feel air, but it's not cool.
Tony comes in and, after meeting Jenny, heads back outside, checks himself out, and gets his tools.
Tony's trying to get himself some action here, huh? Checking himself out. Sees the pretty homeowner. interesting.
But how carefully does he check out the air conditioner? He appears to examine the circuit board and take some notes, but he never spots the loose fuses we deliberately pulled out. Instead, he jumps on the fact that it's an older unit and says he's found an entirely new problem.
How's it look?
Well, you got some bad news on the older one.
I do.
Yeah, it has that, what we call an LRA. It's a locked up rotor amp.
Tony tells Jenny that the problem is something
Tony's working it. Thinks it's going to work.
called a locked rotor amp, meaning her motor isn't working.
Okay, so it's just bad.
Yeah,
The unit is completely bad.
Yeah, it's just bad.
It's shot.
Yeah.
Tony's best advice, get a new unit.
Do you know how much a new unit would cost? Just a rough estimate.
We'll say 5,000. Rough estimate.
$5,000? Remember, all that's wrong are the loose fuses. Hey, how are you? So I head downstairs to speak with Tony.
So all in, what do you estimate this will cost?
Probably about 5,200.
$5,200. Good, and that's the estimate right there?
Yeah, I gotta still finish filling it out.
Yeah. Well, let me, Tony, before you go, there's something that I need to tell you.
Sure.
I'm really not the man of the house. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Okay.
And we're doing a story on the quality of service provided by repairmen and mechanics who come to the house.
Sure.
And so a couple things. Go ahead, have a seat, relax. I just want to ask you a couple questions.
No, in fact, I'm not gonna have a seat. I gotta get things buttoned up.
Well, I'll walk with
So
you
please come
because
on back.
there's something I want to show you out there.
Great.
Things that you said needed to be repaired on this unit weren't broken. That's the bottom line.
So I wouldn't say that system works fine at all. The bottom line is, on a 24-year-old system, they're going to have multiple problems with that. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah,
And he's stuck with his story, despite the fact
The way they're building stuff today, you might have more problems with the new stuff.
despite the fact that I pointed out the real problem minutes earlier.
Can I show you one thing?
Go ahead. Oh, the disconnect.
Works just fine now.
Yeah, it does.
All you had to do was check
Just
right
push it
there.
in, yeah.
Good to go.
Yeah. I didn't push the fuse in, but
Well, why didn't you push it in?
because I didn't notice that it was sticking out.
But wouldn't you check that as a matter of routine?
No. You don't go to jobs where the disconnect is sticking out. We just check the fuses.
So what can you do to make sure the repair person you call is the right one for the job? First, when someone gives you the bad news, get a second opinion.
So this is a must-do right now.
First, don't have anybody out that has real cheap service costs. 2 systems for $55, because they're just going to try to sell you something like these guys are. I'm sure you know that by now.
But one of the best ways to find someone who knows their stuff is by word of mouth. Get a referral from someone who's had a good repair experience. That way, the odds of finding someone you can trust will go way up. We want to hear from you.
Very interesting. Let's summarize. So I think I summarized that pretty good. Hopefully, if it can help one consumer out there who has never seen this video to make the right decision when they're having somebody else, having somebody out at their house, an HVAC technician. If they tell you something's bad, make damn sure that they show you what they found, what they diagnosed, and just make sure that you're not getting taken advantage of. And I offer second opinions, service calls for free in my area, and I think it's a good thing to do. I'm not coming out my first trip for free, obviously. I'm going to charge you my normal price, but if it's a second opinion and you feel like you're getting taken advantage of by somebody else, I'll come out for free and verify that. And once we verify that that's the case, obviously I'm gonna collect some money from you if it's an easy fix. Sometimes I can turn $10,000 into $200 fix for you to keep your system going. So gotta be real careful out there. There's a lot of these big investment firms taking over HVAC companies, and they don't have your best interests in mind. So yeah, just wanted to share this with you, and if I can help one person with this, it's all worth it. So thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.